Alright, I don't know if you can see me because I've flipped this around and I'm going blind, but I'm going to show you my ricotta muffins. They are like, you can do blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, just like a berry ricotta muffin. It's a recipe that I found and I made it once already, but I didn't do so great at it. I have a couple things I want to change. I think I put in too much liquid. I used frozen raspberries. So here is the ingredients. Flipping it around. Here's the dry ingredients. You've got your flour, which is back here. Your regular flour. You got 3 cups. Let's see. 3/4 of a cup of flour. 1/2 a cup of almond flour, which this is almond meal flour. I found it at Walmart. It's expensive, but you're only using 1/2 a cup, so it'll last for a few batches. I used Splenda for my sugar substitute. They have other ones. The one that they recommended was Nature's Sweet Crystals. I don't know where to get that. If anybody knows what that is and where to find it, let me know. I haven't been able to find it. Baking soda, salt. So I'll put the recipe below. And then ricotta cheese, vanilla extract, almond extract, butter, 1/2 a thing of butter, and an egg, and 1 egg and 1 egg white. So I'm going to separate one of the eggs, and 2 cups of raspberries. So that's the ingredients. Okay, so I tried to rig up something so we could do it from here. I have my directions. So I preheated the oven to 350, and I got a muffin tin, and I put my muffin cups. It says to grease 12 regular muffin cups and set aside. I put liners in mine instead of greasing them. Last time I greased the liners and then the liners were all greasy. So I'm just going to put muffin cups in my muffin cups and set that aside. In a large bowl, I'm going to cream the butter and the Splenda. So I need 1/2 a cup of Splenda to go in with my butter. Mix that up. I'll put these things in. 1 whole egg. Whole egg. Should have done the egg white first in case I messed it up. So the egg white, I just do like this. And just keep going back and forth until get all the slimy egg white out of there. And you just have that. Yo, go in the trash can. Wash my hands. Okay, so I got the eggs, egg white, 1 whole egg, 1 whole egg white, 1/2 a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 a teaspoon. Okay, that was a little bit more, so I'll just kind of underdo it. And 1/4 of a teaspoon, which this one doesn't have a 1/4 of a teaspoon in it. 1/4 of a teaspoon of almond extract. Put that in. Kind of mixing all of our wet ingredients together. So I'm going to mix that together. And then and the cheese. Ricotta cheese. I got the reduced fat, just because it's reduced in fat. And I'm doing 1/2 cup ricotta cheese. Sorry, I'm not very organized doing this. This is like the first time I've ever tried to do a recipe. I'm not a cook, so bear with me. Just trying to show you the process and how it turned out. Last time I think I put in too much liquid because I used frozen raspberries, and the frozen raspberries, they were really wet when they thawed, so I don't recommend that. If you use frozen raspberries, then defrost them and take the liquid out first. So let's see. So that's all the wet ingredients. We put that all in there, we mix it together, and then we have the dry ingredients, which is over here. Hang on. Dry ingredients. Flour. Dry ingredients is 3/4 of a cup of regular flour. One. I'm sure you can use whatever kind of flour you want, but I just used regular flour. 1, 2. I couldn't find my half cup, or I already trashed it, so just doing 3/4. 3. So it's 3/4 of flour and regular flour, and use this half a cup of this almond flour, and I'm going to make a mess probably. Making a mess. I don't know how else to get it in here. It's kind of an awkward little bag. So I put all the dry ingredients separate from the wet ingredients, and so we got the flour, we got 1/4 cup of teaspoon of salt, I think I'm going to do this over my little trusty thing here, 1/4 teaspoon. Tell you, I don't do this very often, and you can tell I do not have a coordinated effort going on here. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 whole teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, this is baking soda. We don't want baking soda, we want baking powder. Okay, baking powder. I almost screwed that one up, didn't I? So I figured I'd video this just so you can see how much of a bumbling idiot I am in the kitchen. So you can figure if I can make it, you can make it. So baking powder, salt, flour, almond flour, and we mix all that together so it's nice and mixed up in here. Ah, making a big old mess. You stir the ricotta mixture, stir into this, put this into this. Okay, then you put the dry ingredients in with the wet ingredients. And I don't think I need this anymore. I'm supposed to fold it in, and I think folding it is just sort of stirring it like this until everything is wet. Just until moist, it says. Pardon my sniffing, I seem to have an allergy issue this morning. So my nose is just driving me bonkers. Okay, so that's pretty much just till moist. Get a little more off the bottom. That is just until moist. Now, fold in 1 1/4 cup of the berries. So I have 2 cups here, so I'm just going to take about half of them and put them in there. I'm going to try to save some. You want to save some to put on the top afterwards. Now maybe I should have cut these up more. I don't know. Last time I used frozen raspberries and it got too wet. So fold in the raspberries. I guess. I don't know exactly how to fold them in. They're kind of big. I got big raspberries, so I'm going to kind of break them up a little bit as I do this. Probably I should have broken them up a little bit ahead of time. That might have been a smart thing to do if you have really big raspberries, to break it up ahead of time. So, breaking it up so we can get a little bit of the raspberry and everything. And, oh, my nose. You know, I think my nose might be a hormone imbalance too, because this happens to me when I hit like little bursts of weight loss. I think my fat, you know, or right after and as I'm getting little bursts of weight loss. I'm just breaking up the raspberries because I decided I didn't want them whole. So I've just noticed that my nose does this, and I had the sneezes for a while, and I looked up why you would have this chronic rhinitis stuff, and one of the reasons is hormone imbalance. So because it keeps happening and it's connected to my periods of a little bit higher weight loss, I'd swear that it's the hormones that are making my nose do this, because there's no rhyme or reason. Nothing's blooming yet. Okay, got the raspberries. Fill the muffin cups with the batter. I'm going to fill the muffin cups with the batter. Just use my spoon and put them in there. I'm going to get a smaller spoon. And I'll put them in there and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm on the last one here, and I put, you can see, there we go. And I put some in every one, but I didn't fill all of them equally, so now I'm going back with what's left over. And it's pretty thick. This batter seems pretty thick. Last time I think I made it too thin, and I think they kind of fell apart. They were much firmer when they were cold than when they were hot. When they were hot, they wanted to just totally fall apart, which was why I was really glad I put these muffin doodads in there, because they just wanted to fall apart, and they were really soft. But once I refrigerated them, I think that ricotta cheese firms back up. And I don't know how evenly I got these into cups. When it was wetter the last time, it filled up these cups more. So hopefully I didn't mess up by not getting all the liquid in there. But I used fresh strawberries this time, raspberries this time. And I guess I'd rather make 12 smaller ones. Some of these are a lot smaller than the other ones. I don't know, I'm trying to get them even, but I'm not doing very well. I told you I'm a bumbling idiot in the kitchen, so you can see I don't really know how to do this. I don't cook very much. I don't even bake very much anymore. I don't even know if I ever really did. This one is really full. So I'm going to put it over that one, which is not very full. And I don't know how these are going to turn out. This is the second time I've made them. The first time they tasted okay. My daughter even liked them. My 7-year-old daughter even liked them. Batter tastes good. So we put them in the oven. No, wait, we're not done yet. We have to take, I'll be right back. I'm going to cut these up. Never mind, I decided not to cut these up. We just sort of push raspberry into the top of each one. I could push more than one. I'm just trying to see how many I have left. I'm going to do one first, and then I'll come back and do a second one. Like I said, these are big raspberries, so they're really good sweet ones, but they're huge. Some of them are. So I think I'm just going to push like 2 raspberries into each one. Kind of push them down into the batter. And then I get a spoon and take a little bit of the Splenda. It comes out really fast. Warning. It comes out really fast because it's really light. And you just sort of sprinkle it over the top. I'm going to sprinkle this over the top. Of course, I just dumped half of it in my bowl because I overfilled my little spoon. Let's see if I can do this a little better this time. Maybe I should have practiced this one more time before I videoed it. Okay, so I'm going to put them in the oven, put them in the oven, press the remaining berries in the top, put Splenda on top, bake for 18 to 20 minutes. I baked last time for like 18 minutes. I think I'm going to do like 19 this time. And because it wasn't really long enough. I think I needed to cook them longer. So I'm going to set them at 19 minutes, and then I will be back to show you what they look like. Okay, so here they are. I just took them out of the oven. This is what they look like. I don't know if you can see it very well. I will lift it up a little bit. But you know, they don't look terribly brown to me, but the edges look brown. I actually ended up doing it for more like 23 minutes. But you have to remember that I'm at an altitude of like 6,400 feet. So I'm above 6,000 feet, and things cook differently up here. It seems like everything needs a little bit longer than normal. So remember where you are, and you probably don't need to cook them quite as long. So they don't look like lovely, attractive things. But I'm going to see what they do when I take them out of the muffin tins. And ow! Yeah, they're staying together better. Okay. They're staying together better this time than they did last time when I take them out when they're warm. I mean, probably it's better to let things cool anyways. There. So there's my cute little muffin. And so I'm going to wait for it to cool off, but hot. Whoa. Hot. Good stuff. It turned out much better this time. So less fluid, more cooking. I'm going to put the recipe below and have some fun with it. Thanks. Bye.